In 1974, a woman named Dorthy Jane Scott began receiving creepy phone calls from an unknown man. The man would tell her details about her day that nobody else could have known, including what she was wearing and where she had been. He would also switch between professing his love for her and making violent threats. One day, Dorthy Jane dropped off a coworker at the hospital and then went to get her car. When she did not return, her coworker and the hospital staff started looking for her. Her car was found abandoned in the parking lot, but there was no sign of Dorthy Jane. For 4 years, the phone calls to Dorthy Jane's family continued, with the caller claiming responsibility for her disappearance and threatening to harm them as well. Then, in 1980, Dorthy Jane's remains were found in a remote area, with a turquoise ring that her family had never seen before. The phone calls to her family stopped. To this day, Dorthy Jane Scott's killer has never been caught, and the creepy phone calls remain a mystery. Despite extensive investigations, the identity of the caller and the killer of Dorthy Jane Scott remains unknown. The police received various tips and leads over the years, but none of them led to a conclusive arrest. In 1984, Dorthy Jane's mother, Vera Scott, received a phone call from a man who claimed to be the killer. He told her that he had killed Dorthy Jane because she had been seeing someone else and that he had been following her for a long time. He also claimed responsibility for the creepy phone calls to the family. The caller said that he would never be caught and that he would kill again. However, despite Vera's attempts to keep the conversation going and gather more information, the caller hung up abruptly and was never traced. Over the years, several suspects have been identified, including an ex-boyfriend and a coworker who had become obsessed with Dorthy Jane. However, there was never enough evidence to charge any of them, and the case remains unsolved. The creepy and mysterious nature of the phone calls and the fact that Dorthy Jane's killer has never been caught have made this case one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in history.